All right, here we are, hole 7. So that's going to be a tricky wind as well. Not my favorite. What'll typically end up happening is you'll probably want to land up towards the top of this. Another place that you can land is right here. But what's going to end up happening is you'll probably end up pushing rings down to kind of lower ground, which may cause your ball guide to come up just a little bit shorter, which may start to bring kind of that rough edge into play just a little bit more. As you can see, moving the target down to lower typically causes it to land shorter than you see on your ball guide. So you may see, and sure enough there you can see opponent comes up in the bunker. So you'll want to make sure that you do push forward on this one. This is a very tricky wind. I'm thinking I may be able to land up here, a little bit towards Max Club. So with that being said, we're just going to try to go, I'm thinking somewhere right around here. Let's see. You'll see that I'm keeping the ball guide just a bit through the hole. Also playing wind effect. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, geez. Now I got my target completely screwed. I'm not even going to shoot this. So you'll want to avoid spin. You can see what ended up happening, and I spin the screen and look where the bullseye goes. So you'll probably want to make sure that you pull away the other way so you don't end up that cliff. You still can go that way. It's something that I used to do. You just got to be a little bit more careful with your screen pulls. And if you're not careful and you get too zoomed in too fast, that's what ends up happening, is you just end up going out of view. So definitely just keep that in mind. I'd rather pull that way though, because it makes it easier to pull down into the sand. So it is something that you can still do, but you got to be very careful and probably be a little bit more zoomed out with your camera when going about rotating that screen. But we'll try to go the other way, and we'll just go straight up with this one. Make sure that you're keeping this ball guide through the hole, similar to what I mentioned. As I mentioned, we can go this way. We just got to keep it just a little bit more zoomed out and make sure once you start going over this cliff edge that you're a little bit more like this. We are going to do a little bit of an overpull. So there's 9 rings right at the max line. And is still rolling just a little bit through. So you'll see, you can get that backspin just a tiny bit more than that. But you'll want to be cautious about this one, about coming up short. That's the only place that you can't miss. And you can see I missed my perfect ball, ended up to the left. So hopefully, that it looks like I'm going, kind of plus 10 to 15% on a 1-to-1 ratio there. 9 point something rings seems to be relatively spot on, but you got to just kind of perfect that ball guide offset, because you'll have to play some wind effect, and you will need to want to keep that ball guide just a bit through the hole, but maybe just tighten it up just a little bit more than that. So good luck with that one, and I'll see you guys on 8 momentarily.